Hi, and welcome to a Saturday morning live card making tutorial. I got a nice surprise. My October paper pumpkin kit showed up yesterday afternoon. Like, oh, I got to play with that. And then, because I promised you I would do a video every month with my paper pumpkin subscription. So let me start by introducing myself. I'm Shelly Godby, and for 24 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. So let's have a closer look at the contents in the October paper pumpkin kit. Now I'm always showing you enough for 3 cards. We'll make one of each. And but there are even more, and here is because once you see this, and if you're not yet a subscriber, you sure want to be. And that price includes shipping. And so this is giving me a really amazing start to my Christmas card making. Mine are always last because I make them for other people too, and and I'm busy with my business, and so this is going to be nice and happy to, like I said, I'll have 9 cards ready to go. Fantastic. So let's see who's checking it. Oh, Miss Patricia's here. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So it always comes with instructions. Yeah, I mean, they're prettier in person. I looked at, especially this one, I thought, really prettier than you thought. It starts with the presentation of the box. That showed up in my mailbox. Isn't that pretty? Not all the paper pumpkin boxes are orange. Like, ooh, I like that. Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that, but this would make a good gift box. I could just put something over that and make that a nice Christmas gift box. Anyway, all right. And so then you always get your instructions, which thank goodness, and fantastic instructions, step by step, what to do. Let me show you what's in here. So we get this stamp set. Look how big that Merry Christmas is. Holy smokes. These are all very usable. Merry Christmas to the world. Well, then you have joy. You could do joy to the world, deck the halls, and then some snowflakes and a star. Very nice. So every paper pumpkin comes with a stamp set and an ink spot. And they try really hard in a 12-month period not to repeat a color. So you have a nice collection when you're done. And of course, you get to keep this. Now, your very first paper pumpkin kit comes with a clear mount block. And so I've been a subscriber for a while. So of course, I don't get that. All right. So then we have the card bases. Very pretty. And yep, it has some texture to it. The envelopes. Fantastic. All right. And then, of course, for layering, the adhesive you need. Oh, here we go. Mini glue dots, dimensionals, and tear and tape adhesive. And then look at these. Oh, these are so pretty. And then, of course, your labels. And what I really appreciate about Stampin' Up, they give us more than we need. Thank goodness, because then I have a chance, I can mess up. So I'm just going to go ahead and, while we're here, take those out. And then, how pretty. So we'll go ahead and I think I'll just go ahead and take out everything that I need so then we could just keep creating. And I also think I'll go ahead and do all the stamping at first too. Okay, so here's our joy. Of course, all this doesn't go on one card. Look at this. How pretty is that? The holly. Okay, so we should be done with that until I make my last one. And the ornament. Oh, okay. Don't want to lose my O. And the ornaments, they're so fine. I'm glad they're falling out easily so I don't accidentally tear anything, but there's flocking on them. How cool is that? You know how we are. So whoever gets your cards, because every one of them has flocking, they'll be feeling them. We just really enjoy that, don't we? All right, and our star. So we'll put that aside, save that. Because of course I made one of each. And so I'll have only one more of each when we're done. And this is for that joy. There we go. That one, I got too excited and live, tore a little piece. It worked out. So now I'm just trying to be really hard to be really, really careful. Don't want to be doing that. Punch that out. Okay. And then this will build that tree. Because when I first opened it, I don't think I looked at the pictures of them. I thought, well, that looks odd, but nope. And the flocking again. Okay. So let's do our stamping, and I'll make them in order of the instructions. Then I'm not flopping around quite as much. And more flocking, and this goes on here. Look at all that flocking. Yeah. Oh, Miss Adelaide is here. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so we will start with this. And, it comes with the pecan pie. And should I come in a little closer now? And I'm going to learn someday. Okay, I keep going the other way. I don't know what's... All right, so this fits the Merry Christmas, and maybe not that way. How about this? There we go. That fits the Merry Christmas. So it comes with this, but you know what? I have all the colors. I've been doing this for over 24 years, so I just prefer working with the full size, but of course you don't have to. It's an all-inclusive kit. And then I'm using my own clear mount blocks because I love our blocks. They're curved, easy to hang on to, comfortable. All right, so the pecan pie pad. Here we go. And I love photopolymer. I think it's pretty cool. Everything's going to be photopolymer because once you start using photopolymer and you can see where you're stamping, yeah, it's a good thing. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. And so then on here will be the Deck the Halls. And so it's quicker for me to use my own clear mount blocks too, instead of stopping and cleaning and, changing for the one that comes with it. Because you want to get to the good stuff. All right. Here we go. And if you'd be so kind to give my video a thumbs up and a share, I sure would appreciate that. And then this one, I thought, do I need the joy on first? I really don't, because it fits in perfectly. So the joy will go on here and to the world, and we'll have our stamping done. Joy to the world. Boy, whenever I'm doing a long greeting, I love the clear block H's. I feel like I can hold it better, both sides. Isn't that sharp? And like I said, you still have the stamp set when you're done. And this is one of the nicest sets for the greetings are just so big. All right, so we will do, like I said, in order. And it starts with this card base. And one thing I do recommend, add a bone folder if you don't have that. I mean, they're all inclusive, but you really need a bone folder. You know what? I want to work by me, so how about if I pull this back? Oh, there we go. That's better, because I keep going out of frame ever since I've been, zooming in for you. Okay, let's get our directions. Let's get the directions. And first one is the Christmas tree. And it starts with this that has some texture on it. We already did the Merry Christmas. All right. It includes the tear and tape adhesive, which I'm addicted to. And we'll do the 3 stripes as shown. And yesterday I did a live video, and I have the cards here to show you with the You Brighten the World kit. Oh my goodness. The cards are gorgeous. Okay, so let's do that. And then this is a little interesting. So let's turn all these over. So at the top, you do the mini glue dots. And I just really like using my Take Your Pick tool to pick these off of here. And so you can see the solid circles. Those are mini glue dots. Those open circles, they're really a hexagon, but it looks like a circle to me, are the Stampin' Dimensionals. So while I've got this in my hand, let's do all of the mini glue dots. The paper pumpkin fantastic. They have gotten so good that you just never want to miss another one. And so, I've got that QR code up in the corner that you can go and subscribe with me right now to make sure you never miss another one. Because by the time I'm able to show you, demonstrators don't get their kits ahead of anyone else. So by the time I show you, the time to get it has passed. And I was thinking, well, with this one, maybe the refill kit, but you really want the greetings with this. If you didn't get it, because if your refill kits become available most of the time, but you have to be a subscriber to get them. But this one, that Merry Christmas, I guess you could do something else because these are really pretty cards. But, instead of needing to worry about that, just go and subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and be able to follow along with me. Because another nice thing about me doing these every month is you get to follow along. I like to see things done. That's easier for me than reading directions. And so you can grab your kit, because I seem to get mine about last, and craft along with me, or go back and review it. Oh, Miss Kimberly just got hers. All right. Oh, did yours come in? Okay, mine came UPS. So I don't know. They used to always come through the post office. Oh, and then we have the star. Here we go. Wow, that just fits because I could cut things down. And then I need, oh, you know what? I did that just the wrong way. All right, let's peel that off. I've got directions and I don't even look at them. I did. I just wasn't thinking. Okay, let's get that off. I'll have plenty. Let's put it on the way they show me over here. And there's a reason, because so it picks up, does. Oh, Miss Debbie is here. Fantastic. And Miss Kimberly, I don't know if I said that. I was excited that you got your kit. All right, that's everything. That's everything that needs adhesive. Okay, so let's go ahead and start building. And I don't know if I already did it, but I like to rub on this because then, okay, yours came UPS too. Yeah, it used to be the post office. UPS, a little more predictable, right, than the post office. Sometimes with the post office, it came quicker than UPS because for me, it's a full week. But hey, as long as it gets here. Okay. Let's center this on here. Good. I like that so I can stay in the screenshot and be close enough to me to know what in the world I'm doing. Okay. So we will start with the longest one. And this is where my Take Your Pick tool comes in handy again to take the backing off of the mini glue dots. I've gotten to the point where I prefer these little mini glue dots because my mini glue dots now seem to be not on the tail like they used to be, or on the roll. They used to be on the roll. Now they're on the tail. And so this is quicker with the Take Your Pick tool. Okay. Next month, I'm thinking might be packaging, which that'll be a lot of fun, I think. I like surprises, so I kind of just let them show up. Okay, let's get this off. Then we'll have everything done to just put this together. Do you use your Take Your Pick tool for all this too? Oh, Miss Denise is here. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so we'll start with this one. Let's not press until I'm happy, but I think that looks about right. And see, that's why the mini glue dots, and it's raised up. So you can do the next one, because if we did dimensionals on all of them, this would be really way up there. See, Miss Debbie likes the mini glue dots like I do in the paper pumpkin. Look how easy that was. And it's flocked. And our star, plenty of room at the top. That's what I was making sure. So we're happy. So press, 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 press. Merry Christmas. And see why it needed to be over here, because this is raised up. So it's nice and flat there and raised up here. Let's come up a little bit higher. And then the finishing touch, these red sequins. Oh, I don't know what I said, Miss Debbie. I meant glue dots. Who knows? I just talk. I don't listen to me. I meant the mini glue dots. All right. And you see, I always press down on them so the adhesive stays, with the embellishment and not on they even show you the sizes and not on the acetate sheet. So one big and two small. It's really cool. Their directions are just fantastic. Tuck that in here. And then we have our coordinating envelope, which I use the bone folder on too. And there's card number 1. So I'm really tickled. In my head, this was going to be my least favorite. I love it. Yeah, this is pretty. This just didn't do them justice, but how can it? Photos are just never the same. And as nice as it is to see this, in person will be even better. So it's a lot of fun. That, like I said, what I thought was my least favorite. And I do love a beautiful coordinating envelope. All right, card number 1. Let's move on to card number 2. And it has, that textured base that was just like, I love coordination, just like this. So very nice. All right, we'll fold that. Our bone folder, a must-have. Take your pick tool, bone folder, both must-haves. So let's get everything prepared. And, all right, sticky strip. Oh, Miss Debbie, yeah, it is adorable as all get out. And the other two, I think maybe a little bit more elegant, but the flocking. You'll have to think about who to send these to because we love texture. I tease that I'm sitting there molesting stuff as I can't. Somebody wears something velvet to church. Can you help but stroke them? Like, okay, I'm going to be stroking your arm here in a second. You just can't help it. And that's what these will do. All right, so we got that. All right. Oh, and this is our joy. Let's turn all that over. This is for the last one. This goes with this one, and they're the same, so that really helps. Oh, Miss Debbie's going to get a refill. I don't blame you. Yep. And that's the thing. She's saying that she'll be able to use this with, this layout. Yeah, it gives you ideas for sure. All right, let's put all that aside so I don't get myself confused. All right. That is everything. So back with our sticky strip on these. Not sticky, tear and tape. Sticky strip was that stuff that had the red backing that you could never, it clung to you. It was annoying. It was a good adhesive, but I love this. It's a great, it holds really well is what I'm trying to say. And I don't have to slow down and cut it. You may be getting the idea I'm impatient. Sometimes. I do like what they call fussy cutting. I don't like that term, but I do like that. I think because I talk fast and walk fast, that makes me slow down. Okay, that gets all dimensionals. Okay, so that's it for tear and tape on here. So back with our dimensionals. And we'll support this. Oh, we have a mini glue dot, and this works out really cool. Okay, so back with our mini glue dots. Yeah, definitely follow the directions on this. Like I said, that works out so well. And this corner, another dimensional, mini glue dot. All right. And so, of course, I'm showing you how they were designed. And then, it's your kit. You can go nuts and change them up if you want. I just think they do such a nice job. I'm fine with the way they are. Okay. So we're just humming along, getting all these backings off as we go. Okay, I didn't think I did that one. All right, so that's all ready. this, we might as well get the backings off, right? And that just becomes habit to press down. Because who wants to fight getting off the tear and tape adhesive backing? Really a good name though. Oops, let's do both. That'll help it stick. And so if you would be so kind to give my video a thumbs up and a share, I sure would appreciate that. And in case you missed yesterday's live, I've got the cards here to show you. They're not Christmas, but okay, so now we're on to this one. And just a couple dimensionals. Let me turn them. They even show you how to rotate them, which then it makes it really easy if you pay attention. Where I put the one in the wrong place. There we go. Show you exactly where to put them. Good job. This one was the one that took me a little bit the longest. It's still not a big deal though. You know, getting the placement just right of these. Whoops. Okay. Of course, then we'll need our little red sequins. How much do you love that our sequins are now self-adhesive? Remember when they weren't? We had to do everything. You know, they were so pretty, we still did it, but oh, do I appreciate the self-adhesive. Okay, so let's go ahead, and this is our base. Center this on here. Fussy cutting. It is so calming. I think that's why, besides the look, but I think that's the one time I actually calm down. My heart stops racing. And I just really, really love the look of it. Okay, so here, oh, you know what? It's a good thing I've got my silicone sheet underneath me because I already took that adhesive off. Funny thing is, I thought about that yesterday. I love the silicone sheet. Let me show you. I picked mine up on Amazon there. And so when you do something like I just did, it's not going to stick to it and take away from the adhesive. So I just really appreciate having that. And so, because yeah, I'm not always the sharpest knife in the drawer. All right, because I need to put these on, and look at that, slick as a whistle. And this, I like that it's a little cattywampus. That adds to the charm. I like, you know, I don't think like that, and I need to do stuff like that more often. I'm just such a straight line person. I like things to be really even, and that really did add to a lot of the charm. Okay, see, no harm. So now it's tucking these in, and it's going to stick to, it's going to go right in here and stick to that mini glue dot. But you want to get it rotated just right. There we go, almost. Okay, it really helps. Your second one will be a lot easier, and maybe even easier than my first one was, because you know you got to see me do it. Okay, I'm down here. And so aim for that little mini glue dot. And that's going to help you. Look at that. I wasn't even thinking about the mini glue dot. I was just kept rotating. Oh my goodness. Easy breezy when you pay attention to the mini glue dot. Cute, cute, cute. Let's press now. All right. And it doesn't help I'm not mechanically minded. Oh, Miss Debbie got the silicone mat. Yeah. It allows for a lot, doesn't it? You're not sticking to adhesive that you went off. Okay, so we're going off each side just a little bit, which I love. And let's move that. Okay, adhere it. Fantastic. And now just the sequins. And again, they're showing us this time we get to use 5. Okay, the large ones go in the center, I think. Pretty sure that's what I did. Isn't that pretty? Let me look at what I did. You know what? I did the little ones. Forget that. Okay. That makes more sense. It's better, isn't it? I mean, you could do whatever you want, but it's nice because there's some white space around it. So small ones in the center. And then that big one, I didn't hurt. That's why I don't press down until I'm happy. Oh, I got to show you what else I did. This wasn't in the instructions, but I didn't care for that. So we're going to, oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm getting, there we go, adhesive off of a mini glue dot. There we go. That makes me happier. Okay. And then right here, and then a large one. There we go. I love this card. Oh, good. I'm so glad that's going to help you. You know, that's the whole thing with the paper pumpkins. If you get to watch me do it, it should make it easier, or sometimes what not to do. But look at that. Oh, and that's that same. I love this. The other one is really cute. I love this. And of course, the flocking, you know, as we stroke our cards. All right. So our last one, it's got to be, oh, it's the green base. Okay, there we go. And let's fold this. And then I was looking really carefully. It doesn't matter. This is nice. No, they don't. I was trying to figure out which way they turned them. And to me, it looked like they went up. To me, it seems like it would go down like a tree, but it looked to me, I mean, not a big deal. Yeah, number 2 is stunning, isn't it? I agree. All right, so there's not much left. So this one's super easy. Not that the other one, it just, I had to think. You know, like I said, I'm not mechanically minded. My mom sure is. I don't know what happened there. I am not. So I have to really think about those things. All right, so here we go. It's nice having all the stamping done too, isn't it? So same thing, tear and tape adhesive. And I like how much, you know, it's not going anywhere. I don't think we necessarily need 3, but hey, that's how they showed it. All right. And then on the back of the intricate ornament, the tear and tape. And then we'll do mini glue dots. And okay, we are done with this. And when you do things like they show you, you'll have enough. All right. And that makes sense that that's going to lay flat because this is going to be on here. Let's go ahead and take this off and adhere it to the card. I don't remember rubbing over it, but I must have, because look how easily that's coming off. And all of these are centered, so really easy. There's no difference on this, no matter which way I turn it. Okay, so this will get several Stampin' Dimensionals. You know what I'm doing this afternoon? Oh, good morning, Miss Jill. Playing bunco at church. If you've never played it, it's a lot of fun. It's mindless fun, but it's an amazing opportunity to visit and not just sit with the same friends that you always sit with, because you're rotating quite often. It is just, and it gets loud for no reason. There's absolutely no reason for it to get loud whatsoever, but it does. Okay, so yep, just as they showed us, dimensional here and a mini glue dot. I think about that tree. If we had put dimensionals everywhere and not the mini glue dots, that thing would have been how thick? A foot thick? Exaggerating, but really thick. Okay, so without removing the adhesive, not that it would stick, let's go ahead and put this on. So we've got the flocking here and the flocking there. And we just won't press until we're happy. But look how easy that goes on. Okay. Peel these off. And you know what? I need this to come. All right, so let's put this on. And it goes off the edge a little bit, which, tickles me. Let's not press down because this needs to be just right. It needs to go all the way to the top. All right, so I need to come down a little bit, unless I want it down this far. Let's see. I want to come down just a hair so I can show off more of my ornament. So this part's important. You don't want that floating, not when it's a hanger. There we go. Okay. Yay. Okay, and so this. So yeah, this is, yeah, refill kits sound really good to me because look how easy I can make my Christmas cards. I said mine are always last. They have this up. There we go. Touching that holly and then press down here. And then our finishing touch, only 3 of these. Look, I'm going to have these left over, I would think, because don't you love when they tuck behind? Because I've done 2/3 of the cards and I still have some left. All right, out here. And you know what? Let's do this, tucked under and anchor that greeting. And then with our envelope, the 3rd card. So easy, right? Paper pumpkin is so cool. So let's look at all the other cards we did. We did our Christmas tree. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And the joy to the world. And our ornament. So let's do that. We can stack them. Oh, during the World Card Making Day, Sarah tucked the cards into the envelope, just like this. And I thought, well, that's really clever because it keeps them just tucked it in, half of it. So it keeps them all together with its coordinating envelope, but you can still see what you have. And I thought, well, that was cool. I don't know if you watched the World Card Making Day event, but it was really good. Let's pull out a little bit. So there we go. We can see all of them. So how pretty, huh? So I hope you were a subscriber. And if you're not, hit that subscribe button. You don't ever want to miss another paper pumpkin because they have gotten to be just fantastic. Oh, Miss Debbie, I'm so glad that you enjoy this. I am just tickled. I'm really, really pleased. And so in case you missed yesterday, talking about kits, because, Paper Pumpkin is by subscription only. And all of our kits are in the online exclusives. So yesterday I showed the bright, oh, what in the world's wrong with me? I've got it right here. I've got it right here. Brightest Day, Brighten Your Day. I had it until, so the Brighten Your Day kit. Let's come in a little closer. Yep. Well, nothing else. I'm consistent. And so look at these. And you've got to see the envelopes. Look how beautiful these envelopes are. And they have texture to them. And isn't that beautiful? Just absolutely beautiful. So you have to check out the online exclusives because that's the only place you find the card kits. And beautiful. And no stamping. That's why the price point was so low. And so a great kit for beginners, hoping this brightens your day. Oh my goodness. So a really great thinking of you, right? And then we have with the birds, and again, an amazing envelope. Oh, Miss Robin, she loves the hanging ornament card too. They're all great. And look at this envelope. Gorgeous. and they're just so soft. That watercolored look, so soft. And this one's the most muted of them, and I still love it. And oh, You Make the World a Better Place. The other one was Just a Little Note. Look how versatile these are. And again, a gorgeous envelope. So sometimes all the envelopes are the same. Sometimes they're, you know, different for each one of the designs. Gorgeous. And so I had the QR code up there. I just thought, oh, if you missed it, you had to see it. But let's come back with what we were doing today, starting with our tree and all the flocking. I have to make sure I don't just keep rubbing it and rub it all off before they get in the mail. And and so easy to stamp, right? That Joy to the World, I was a little nervous. It was just fine. And then the Deck the Halls. So, oh, Miss Debbie, she had a good time during the sale. Yeah, we had the kit sale earlier this month, I believe. And yep. Oh, fantastic. So, that was fun. I'm so glad I've resubscribed and get to come do this with you all. And I really do hope that it is easier for you once you see them made. I do. All right, so I'm going to come back. I just want to keep showing off those pretty cards, but the only way I can bring this up to see you is right here. Fantastic. All right. Oh, well, Miss Debbie, it's still there. The Brighten Your Day kit is still there. And before I did it, I made sure it was available to order. So you know what? I am here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with a card making tutorial. And so, mark your calendar. But you know what? Better yet, if you subscribe, at least YouTube and Facebook, don't know about Rumble for sure or Instagram, but you get a notification, or you should get a notification that I'm going live. And so, but you can plan on every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, but you never know when else I'm going to pop in. I did yesterday morning with that Brighten Your Day kit, and then I didn't think my paper pumpkin would be here so quickly. I'm like, okay, I promised. And so if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, you'll get to see all of my live videos, and better yet, watch them live, no ads. I mean, we're used to it, but hey, no ads. And I get to visit with you, Miss Kimberly. Ah, well, you are so welcome. She loves seeing the cards made, and I get that. It's just easier. Show me how to do it. I mean, directions are nice, and they do a really good job, but show me, yeah. And so I think it'd be a lot of fun if someday you all grab your kit and do it with me. That'd be really fun. So it is that time that went by so quickly to thank you once again. I'm just so tickled that you'll take the time to spend a little of that with me making handmade cards, because we are sharing hand stamped smiles. I've said so many times, I don't believe on this side of heaven we'll ever know how much our handmade cards impacted other people's lives. How it just brightened their day, made them feel special. That's really important. And so thanks again for joining me. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Good morning, and God bless.